Insecta by Colton. At the end of the world, one person must learn to survive, not against zombies, but against insects. But what do you do when the insects are the size of vehicles? 2025. Toronto, Canada. A beauty salon appears. People appear walking around. A car appears driving, pulls into a parking lot, then turns off. The driver door opens. Clara Fitch appears, then walks into the beauty salon. "Morning, Clara," said woman number 1. "Morning," said Clara, walking into the back room. A locker opens. Clara places her coat into the locker, then shuts it. "We have a lot to do today," said woman number 1. I'm coming," said Clara, walking out from the back room. Woman number 2 appears, sitting in the salon chair. Clara sits down next to woman number 2. "Morning," said Clara. "Don't morning me. I was supposed to be here at 9 o'clock. It's already 9:30, said woman number 2. "Sorry to hear that, ma'am," said Clara. "Just do my nails so I could leave," said woman number 2. Clara pulls out a nail file, then grabs woman number 2's hand. The sun is slowly setting. Clara is standing next to her locker, opens it, then grabs her coat. Woman number 1 walks into the back room, then hands an envelope to Clara. "Here's your check. Be here extra early tomorrow." "We are backed up," said woman number 1. "Yes, ma'am," said Clara. "All right, come on. I need to lock up," said woman number 1. Both Clara and woman number 1 walk out of the beauty salon. Woman number 1 shuts, then locks the front door. "Hey, can I have Friday off? My Gram's birthday is coming up, and I'd like to visit her," said Clara. "Yeah, why not? You've been here for every day this week. Celebrate your Gram's birthday on Friday, and tell her happy birthday, too," said woman number 1. "Thank you," said Clara, walking towards her car. The car starts, then drives away. An apartment building appears. Clara's car parks onto the street, then turns off. The driver door opens, then shuts. Number 1 appears. Well, look at what we have here. Nice night, Clara, don't you think?" asked number 1. "Yes, it's beautiful," said Clara. "So, what are you up to now?" asked number 1. "I'm just gonna go to my apartment and sleep. I had a long day," said Clara. "Oh, need a massage to relax yourself?" asked number 1. "No, I'm good," said Clara, pulling out her apartment key, then sticking it into the lock. The key turns, then unlocks the apartment door. The apartment door opens, then goes to shut. Number 1 grabs the apartment door. "What? You don't want to invite me in?" asked number 1. "Not really." Clara tries to push the apartment door shut. Number 1 pushes onto the apartment door. Clara gets pushed into the wall, then groans. Number 1 walks into the apartment, then shuts the apartment door. "Please get out," said Clara. "But I want to have some fun," said number 1, walking towards Clara, then kisses her. Clara tries shoving number 1 off of her. "Get off me," said Clara. "No, I want you now," said number 1, throwing Clara onto her bed, then unbuckles his pants. Clara kicks number 1 in his testicles. Number 1 falls onto the floor. Clara stands up. "Don't ever do that again, or next time, I'll kick harder," said Clara. Number 1 continues groaning. "You bitch, you almost kicked them into my stomach," said number 1. "You're lucky I didn't. Now, get out of here," said Clara. Number 1 stands, then slowly walks out of the bedroom. The apartment door opens, then shuts. Clara sighs. The moon appears shining. The sound of crickets chirping. The ground starts rumbling. The air siren goes off. Clara wakes up, gets out of her bed, then walks outside. The other apartment. Doors are opening. People appear standing outside. Hey Clara, what's going on? Asked woman number 3. I don't know. An explosion appears in the distance. Oh my. Look at that, said Clara. What's going on? Asked woman number 3. Screaming in the distance. People appear running down the street. Something is definitely going on, said Clara. Explosions continuing in the distance. Figures appear flying around in the sky. What are those? Asked woman number 3. I don't know, said Clara. Buzzing sound in the distance then gets closer. Giant mosquitoes appear flying overhead. People start ducking. What the hell are those things? Asked woman number 3. They look like giant mosquitoes. Giant mosquitoes start attacking people. The people start screaming. We need to get out of here, said Clara. Both Clara and woman number 3 start running. A giant mosquito lands onto the second-level staircase. Both Clara and woman number 3 stop. What now? Asked woman number 3. We go back. Woman number 3 looks. Another giant mosquito flies, then collides with woman number 3. Both the giant mosquito and woman number 3 go through the second floor window. Oh my God. The first giant mosquito approaches Clara. Clara runs down the hallway. The apartment door opens then shuts. The giant mosquito's mouth gets stuck in the apartment door. Clara is trying to push the apartment door. Buzzing sound continues. Clara sees her shoe, grabs it then hits the giant mosquito's mouth. The apartment door shuts. Clara, gasping, leans against the apartment door then slides down it. The giant mosquito's mouth goes through the apartment door. Clara screams then moves away from the apartment door. Buzzing sound continues. The giant mosquito's mouth gets pulled out of the apartment door. Clara, looking at the apartment door, sees her keys then slowly walks towards them. The keys jingling. The living room window smashes. The giant mosquito lands onto the living room floor, then buzzes. Clara runs towards the door. The giant mosquito jumps at Clara, misses then lands into the bathroom. Clara shuts the bathroom door, banging on the bathroom door. Clara opens the front door, runs down the hallway then the stairwell. The giant mosquitoes continue flying around. People are continuously screaming. Clara runs then gets to her car. The keys are jingling again. The car key goes into the driver's side keyhole. A third giant mosquito lands onto the road then approaches Clara's car. The driver door unlocks then opens. Clara quickly gets into her car. The driver door shuts onto the giant mosquito's mouth. The giant mosquito is continuously buzzing. Clara hits the giant mosquito's mouth. The giant mosquito's mouth gets pulled out of the driver's door. Clara's car starts, backs up, drives over the giant mosquito then down the road. People continue screaming. Clara looking around. People are running and screaming. Giant mosquitoes landing onto people then attacking them. Clara's car continues driving then stops. A giant dung beetle appears. Clara stares at the giant dung beetle. The giant dung beetle crawls towards the car, walks around it then on top of it. The car drives forward. The giant dung beetle falls off of the car, stands then follows it. Clara looks into the rearview mirror. The giant dung beetle continues following Clara's car. Clara looks forward. More giant dung beetles appear. Clara turns the steering wheel. The car swerves then drives down a hill. Clara steps onto the brake pedal. The car rams into a tree. Clara hits her head off the steering wheel, groans, then looks into the rearview mirror. Blood appears from Clara's nose. Clara opens the glove compartment, then pulls out some tissues. The tissues are being wrapped around Clara's nose. Thumping sound in the distance. Clara looks out the windshield of the car. A giant rhinoceros beetle appears, then walks past. The driver door opens. Clara slowly gets out of the car, walks around the tree, then sits down. Footsteps are walking. Help! Help me, said number 2, appearing holding his side. Clara looks up at number 2. Oh my! What happened? Asked Clara. A giant insect. It stuck its antenna into me. I think it was an antenna, said number 2. Here, sit down, said Clara. Number 2 sits down next to the tree. Clara lifts number 2's shirt, then sees the wound. How bad is it? Asked number 2. It's fine. I just got to clean it up. We need medical supplies. Where's the nearest hospital? Asked Clara. Western Toronto, said number 2. Clara helps number 2 stand up. Both Clara and number 2 start walking. A hospital appears in the distance. There it is, said Clara. Thank God, said number 2. Clara helps number 2 climb over the fence, then climbs over it herself. Come on. Both Clara and number 2 walk into the hospital. Hello, hello, asked Clara. I need to rest, said number 2. Clara helps number 2 onto a stretcher. Stay here. I'll go find help. Clara walks away. Footsteps are walking. Hello, is anyone here? And quat, hello and quat, yelled Clara. A banging sound in the distance. Clara is slowly walking towards the banging sound. The banging continues. Clara walks around the corner. A side rail appears hanging off of another stretcher, then bangs against it. Footsteps are walking. Clara looks up. A giant ant appears at the end of the hallway. Clara slowly walks backwards. Another giant ant appears behind Clara. Clara turns around. The second giant ant stares at Clara. Clara gulps. The second giant ant starts making a chirping sound. The first giant ant appears at the end of the hallway, then chirps back. Clara looks at the first giant ant, then at the second giant ant. The giant ants are walking towards Clara. Number 2 appears, then swings a pipe. Get away from her. Get away from her, said number 2. Clara walks around the giant ants. The giant ants chirping lowly. Both Clara and number 2 start running. The giant ants follow. Both Clara and number 2. They're catching up. Number 2 stops, then groans. What's wrong? Asked Clara. My stomach feels like it's gonna explode, said number 2. We need to hide, said Clara. The giant ants are walking past the counter. Both Clara and number 2 appear hiding behind the counter. The giant ants continue walking away. Clara slowly peeks out. Is it clear? Asked number 2. Yeah, come on, said Clara. Both Clara and number 2 are walking out of the hospital. Where are we going? Asked number 2. Find a place that's safe, said Clara. Where's safe? Asked number 2. I don't know, but I hope there's a place. Come on, said Clara. Both Clara and number 2 continue walking. The sun is slowly setting. Both Clara and number 2 are sitting on the ground. So, where are you heading? Asked number 2. Florida, said Clara. That's a long walk, said number 2. Yeah, but if I can find a car, I'll get there faster, said Clara. Well, you're in luck. I am a car salesman, and I know one of my lots is up ahead. We can get there tomorrow, said number 2. Yeah, get some sleep, said Clara. You should too, said Man. Number 2. Yeah, go to sleep, said Clara. Both Clara and number 2 are sleeping. The bushes start shaking. Number 2 wakes up. The bushes continue shaking. Psst, psst. Hey, wake up, said number 2, crawling towards Clara, then shakes her. Clara wakes up. What? asked Clara. I think something's out there, said number 2. Let's get moving then, said Clara. Both Clara and number 2 are slowly standing up then, walking away. The bushes continue shaking. Giant crickets appear. Both Clara and number 2 start running. The giant crickets start chasing both Clara and number 2. This way, said number 2. Both Clara and number 2 continue running into the woods. The giant crickets continue chasing both Clara and number 2. Number 2 stops, then holds his side. Are you all right? asked Clara. My side is killing me, said number 2. Look out, said Clara, moving number 2. A giant cricket goes into a tree. Both Clara and number 2 continue running. The giant crickets continue chasing both Clara and number 2. Number 2 groans, then collapses onto the ground. Clara grabs number 2's arm, looks back, sees the giant crickets approaching, then helps number 2 stand up. Just leave me, said number 2. I don't think so, said Clara. Both Clara and number 2 walk through the bushes, then fall down a hill. A splatter sound. Both Clara and number 2 appear in mud. Great mud, said number 2. Come on, we can't stop. We need to find a way out of here, said Clara. Number 2 stands up. Both Clara and number 2 are walking through the mud. A buzzing sound in the distance. What's that? asked number 2. I don't know. It sounds like a bee, said Clara. Both Clara and number 2 continue walking, then stop. Mud daubers appear. What the hell are those? asked number 2. Bees, I guess. Maybe a wasp, said Clara. Maybe we should leave, said number 2. Both Clara and number 2 are slowly walking away. A car lot appears. Both Clara and number 2 appear walking from the woods. Which car? asked Clara. Any. They all work, said number 2. Both Clara and number 2 get into a car. We need the keys, said Clara. Damn, they're in the building, said number 2. Clara gets out of the car, then walks towards the building. The front door opens. Clara walks inside, goes into the office, then starts opening the desk drawers. A set of keys appear. Clara grabs the set of keys, walks out of the office, then towards the front door. Buzzing sound comes from above. Clara stops, then looks up. Giant dragonflies appear on the ceiling. Clara slowly walks backwards, then bumps into the counter. The coffee maker falls off of the counter, then breaks onto the floor. Clara looks back up. The giant dragonflies look down, then see Clara. Clara runs outside of the building. Number 2 looks into the rearview mirror, then sees Clara approaching. The giant dragonflies break through the windows. Oh my God, said number 2. Clara continues running. Trips, then falls onto the ground. A giant dragonfly lands onto the ground, then approaches Clara. Clara rolls underneath another car. The giant dragonfly continuously bites at Clara. Number 2 continues watching, crawls into the driver's seat, then pulls out the car wires. The car wires hitting each other. The car starts, then drives backwards. The giant dragonfly continues trying to bite Clara. The car hits the giant dragonfly. Clara crawls out from underneath the car, then gets into other car. Go, 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 said Clara. The car drives away. The giant dragonflies flying towards the car. Thumping sound on the roof of the car. What the hell was that? Asked number 2. The dragonflies. Stinger goes through the roof of the car. Both Clara and number 2 scream. That was close, said Clara. Hold on. I'll try to shake it off, said number 2, turning the steering wheel. The car continuously turning. The giant dragonfly gets thrown off the top of the roof of the car, then goes into a road sign. The giant dragonflies continue following the car. Look out, said Clara. A second giant dragonfly approaches the car. The car swerves around the giant dragonfly, then continues driving. A stick goes into the back tire of the car. The back tire of the car pops. The car slows down. Shit. We popped a tire, said number 2. Well, we can't change it, said Clara. The giant dragonflies are flying around the car, then their stingers are continuously going through the windows of it. Both Clara and number 2 screaming. Guns firing. The giant dragonflies being shot, then fall onto the ground. Both Clara and number 2 look out the windshield of the car. A group of people appear holding guns. Go check on those people, said number 3. A few people all running towards the car. The car doors are being opened. Both Clara and number 2 are being pulled from the car. Careful, said number 2. Who are you two? Asked number 3. I'm Clara Fitch, said Clara. Number 3 looks at number 2. My name is my own business, said number 2. Sir, I need to get to Florida, said Clara. The group of people start laughing. Good luck with that. These damn insects are everywhere. All around the world, said man. Number 3. Where'd they come from? Asked number 2. We were called in. When the scientists ended up digging too far, they ended up exploding the inside of a mine, then these things flew out. And like I said, and quat, they're everywhere, and quat, said number 3. A base appears. A military truck appears driving. Then stops. The gate doors are being opened. The group appears walking. Nice base, said Clara. Thanks. The beds are in there. You two look like you need to freshen up. The bathrooms are down the hall. We have hot and cold water, of course. And new clothes for you, said number 3. Clara appears. Walking into the bathroom. The bathroom door shuts. Clara turns on the water, takes off her clothes, then grabs the soap. Number 4 peeps through a hole. Footsteps are walking. Number 3 appears, then hits number 4's head. Knock it off and be respectful, said number 3. Both number 3 and number 4 are walking away. Clara wraps a towel around herself, walks, then puts on clean clothes. The bathroom door opens. Number 3 appears. Ma'am, said number 3. Hello, said Clara. So, you said you were heading to Florida. What's in Florida? Asked number 3. My gram, said Clara. Well, it's still a week's walk. Why don't you let me take you? Asked number 3. No, I'm good, said Clara, starting to walk away. Number 3 puts his hand in front of Clara. You know, a beautiful woman like you shouldn't go alone, said number 3. I'm fine. Alone, said Clara, walking underneath number 3's arm, then away. Number 3 smiling. Number 2 walking, then sits next to Clara. Hey, said number 2. How's your side? Asked Clara. Fine, they cleaned and bandaged. Rit. Just gotta take these a few times a day. Clara looks around. Are you all right? asked number 2. I need to leave. Get to Florida and find my gram, said Clara. Then let's get going, said number 2. How? They have this place covered, said Clara. There's always a way out, said number 2. The sun is slowly setting. Both Clara and number 2 are walking. Night, said number 4. Night, said Clara. Both Clara and number 2 stop behind a building. All right, climb over. I'll watch, said number 2. Clara climbs over the fence. Footsteps are walking. Number 5 sees both Clara and number 2. And quat. Hey, and quat, yelled number 5. Shit, run, said number 2. What about you? Asked Clara. I'll be fine, just run. Find your gram, said number 2. Clara running away. A group of people are grabbing number 2. Number 2 being dragged away. So, you tried to escape, said number 3. Yeah, what are you gonna do about it? Asked man. Number 2. Number 3 smiles, pulls out a knife, then jams it into number 2's chest. Number 2 gasps. The knife gets pulled out of number 2's chest. Go find her and bring her back, said number 3. Clara continues running, then stops. Hissing sound in the distance. Clara looks up. Giant praying mantises appear. Clara staring at the giant praying mantises. A giant praying mantis looks up, then sees Clara, then hisses loudly. Clara runs back the way she came from. The giant praying mantises are chasing Clara. Clara continues running, then gets tackled. Number 3 appears. So, coming back to the base. You can't survive alone out here, said number 3. They're after me, said Clara. Yeah, but we found you, said man. Number 3. Hissing sound in the distance. Number 3 turns around. A giant praying mantis hisses. Number 3 raises his shotgun. The shotgun fires. The giant praying mantis falls. Number 3 laughing. Hissing sound in the distance again. Number 3 looks around. More giant praying mantises appear in the distance. The shotgun continuously cocks, then fires. The group of giant praying mantises are running towards number 3. Clara stands up, then starts running. Number 3 continues firing his shotgun. Clara continues running. Guns cocking. Don't move, said number 4. Please, they're behind me, said Clara. I'm not falling for that, said number 4, screaming in the distance. Sergeant, said number 4, hissing sound in the distance. Here they come, said Clara. Run, said number 4, firing his shotgun, then follows Clara. Clara climbs over the fence. Number 4 fires his shotgun, then starts climbing over the fence. A giant praying mantis jumps at number 4. Number 4 falls onto the ground, then screams. Clara running towards the military truck. The driver door opens. Clara gets into the military truck. The driver door shuts. The giant praying mantises attacking the people. The people are running and screaming. The military truck starts, then drives away. A sign appears that reads, and quote, "Welcome to Miami," and quote. The military truck appears driving down a road, then stops. The driver door opens. Clara runs into a house. And quote, Gram, and quote, and quote, Gram, and quote, and quote. Are you in? Here, and quote, Gram, and quote, Grandma. Clara sees the back door broken down, slowly walks outside. Then gasps, "Oh, Gram." "No, not you," said Clara, covering her mouth. A grave appears. Clara places a picture of her grandmother onto the grave. Buzzing sound in the distance. Clara walks around the house, gets to the front yard, sees a shotgun laying on the ground, grabs, then cocks it. Buzzing sound continues. Giant insects appear in the distance. Clara smiles. The end.